IPSc started as early as 1939 with the sole aim of providing a comprehensive and holistic education. As the host school, we had the esteem to align to the IPSc aim of providing students with opportunities for training in responsibility, leadership, and facilities for games, athletics, physical education, along with emphasis in academics, contributing to all-round development of our students. It gives me immense pleasure, and I count it my proud privilege to extend a warm welcome and introduce today's chief guest, Mr. Azharuddin. Having wrists of steel, who could play any ball, the line seldom mattered. Known for a graceful and fluid batting style, he is predominantly a middle-order batsman, world-renowned for wristy strokes on the leg side, and for his attacking brand of cricket irrespective of the situation of the game, and a superb catching in the slip cordon and outfield. When Azharuddin smashed a century of 62 balls in a one-day international against New Zealand in 1988, he became the fastest centurion in the format. He's the only Indian captain to have led the side in 3 World Cups. He captained Indian cricket team in 1992, 1996 and 1999. He graduated from the Nizam College, Osmania University, with a bachelor's degree in commerce. He played 99 test matches and 334 one-day matches. He made his debut for the Indian cricket team in 1984 against England at Eden Gardens in Kolkata on 31st December. As a fielder, he took 156 catches in one-day international matches. His charisma and alertness won him the responsibility to captain Team India in 1989 and led the team in 47 test matches and 174 one-day internationals. He has to his acclaim the Arjuna Award in 1986 and the Padma Shri in 1987. He was named the Wisden Cricketer of the Year in 1991 and received the ICC Championship Trophy in 2000. Mr. Azharuddin joined the Indian National Congress in 2009 and won Indian parliamentary elections from Moradabad constituency in Uttar Pradesh. Sir, our players and participating teams are very excited to see you and receive the trophies. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being with us today. As the adage goes, nothing goes on forever. All good things must come to an end. And as we have come to the end of this IPSc cricket tournament, I firmly believe that the closing of this tournament is not an end, but a new starting point. My dear young players, I hope you have felt at ease through your stay at our campus. It was indeed enjoyable to have you all with us. Cricket is widely considered to be a gentleman's game. Certainly, each one of you tested your skill against your opponent team before the meet flag is lowered and the championship's torch is tossed. I would like to thank all the teams. We have witnessed qualities of initiative, self-discipline, team spirit, sportsmanship, and fair play through the week's events. The elements of the nature are beyond our control, and in spite of the rain making the ground unfit for play, washing out overs, causing interruption in the schedules, it was a delight to watch the participants keep the spirit of the game alive and arriving at the turfs the following day to make another strong start. I congratulate all the teams, their coaches and managers for their participation and persistent efforts in the prestigious event. It's heartening to know that you enjoyed our hospitality and food, especially South Indian delicacies. I wish to thank the chief guest once again and the distinguished members of Hyderabad Public School Society, Board of Governors for their presence and continuous support for this momentous occasion. I thank all the staff, students and support staff, each and every one who has worked hard for making this event a memorable one. A special appreciation for all lady teachers who have worked tirelessly around the clock, coming early and leaving late despite the festival season, and the gentlemen who took charge of accommodation, transport, and accompanying the teams to and from the campuses. I wish you all the very best, and also I wish you happy Dasara vacation. Jai Hind.
Respected President HPS Society, Gusti Bhai. I mean, I will call him Gusti Bhai also. I never called him Gusti Noria. So I hope he will give me that permission to call him. Then, respected Faiz Bhai, Vice President of HPSS, and respected Principal, who is standing next to me as a support, because you need support when I'm not very good at talking, because I was only good at trying to play cricket, which I tried my best. A distinguished dignitaries on the dais, and my very good friend Raghuram Bhai, because he played a lot of cricket in Nizam College, although he never allowed me to play in HPS, because my house was very far from HPS, so that's why I went to All Saints. It was very closer. But at the very outset, I would like to thank the Ramantapur public school for giving me this opportunity to be here for the closing ceremony of that All India Public School cricket tournament. And because I made sure this time I did something for the public school, because whenever Faiz Bhai calls me, for any function, I'm always traveling, so sometimes I feel very embarrassed. I mean, I can't say no to him, but sometimes I have to say no to him, but I made sure that this time I'm here only. And I'm very happy to come to this ground. I've played a lot of cricket on this ground, and at that time, so many good players also were playing for HPS Ramantapur School and the Hyderabad School, Public School Begumpet. And I think that time, it was for us to come from All Saints and play here. It was like a picnic, so it was very far from Olsen. So we had to, I mean, I mean, 3 or 4 days before the match, we used to plan everything, in the school, and then say we have to go by this bus, that bus, we have to change here, because it's a very long way. Because then, since you're kids, it was always very difficult. Parents get worried, you're going so far and playing, but the effort was worthwhile. Really enjoyed playing here at the Ramantapur public school, and I learned a lot of cricket here also, because Mr. Mathan was also the sports in charge at that time, and then in public school Mr. Devatam sir was there. So they were two very strict people, and then from our school, brother K.M. Joseph was there. So we had to pass by these three very strict disciplinarians, even not only playing, but education wise. I mean, I'm sure the boys today have really enjoyed playing here and enjoyed the hospitality of Hyderabad public school. I mean, like both the public schools, the Begumpet and the Ramantapur. I'm sure you have really had some good experience, and I would like to congratulate the Delhi school for winning the trophy. I think, is that right? Yeah, and then the public school Begumpet, the very best. I hope you dislodge them next time you play in the finals, hopefully. And the only advice I can give to the students, because a lot of people ask me for advice. I think the best advice is to, you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in your ability, and you have to find out in what in what way you are very good, in what skill you are very good. There are some players, who are very good in cricket. There are some players who are very skillful in hockey. But you have to realize from your side also which is the game you are very skillful at. Because I always believe that, I mean, just playing the game for the sake of playing, when you don't have the skill, it becomes very difficult to, I mean, succeed in it. Because maybe you are good at hockey and then you're trying to play cricket, it won't work for you. Because I also, when I was young, I used to play football, I used to do athletics, but I was never, I mean, I was slightly good but never good at it. But I knew that if I continue with this I would not improve. But then I started playing cricket, then there was more talent in me playing for cricket. So the skill was there. Once you have the skill, then then only you can improve. But I think the most important thing is, it's not only playing the games. It's education is the most important thing. Because if you're not educated, it becomes very difficult. Even when you become very successful or become a great human being or whatever, but then if you don't have the education, but sometimes you cannot behave properly. Because I think the mannerism is the most important thing, because you have to learn mannerism. You have to learn to respect the people. You have to learn to respect the elders. Because I know I've seen many times so many people have become very great players, but I mean, they don't have the discipline and the manners to treat the young players and treat the elders as well. So it's very, very important that you learn education, because whatever you learn in the school in this first to 10th or 12th grade, it always stays with you forever. Because if you learn good things, you will be like a good person. If you learn bad things, I mean, that nobody teaches you bad things in the school, but then sometimes you don't, I mean, like to learn things which becomes very difficult for you to learn. So I think sometimes you go in a different path. There were, I mean, some of my friends, my schoolmates who were very, very good at playing and studying, but then somewhere along the line, they faltered and they didn't give heed to the teachers who were teaching them, and so I think they went astray slightly. So I do not want those things to happen to you, because I think the only time a teacher or a coach feels very happy when his student or his ward does well, because that's the only thing he expects from them. He doesn't expect any money. He doesn't expect anything. The only thing he accepts from you is when you play well, then he will get all the accolades, because he gets all the, I mean, credit for making a big player, I mean, I know, but at the end of the day, you have to perform. But I think somebody has pushed you to do well. So I think always respect your teachers, always respect your coaches, and never forget. I mean, even if you become a big person, even if you become a big player, never forget where you came from, where you went from, and who coached you, and I mean, all the people who have been there, I mean, to take you forward. Especially in the school, and the teachers, they all the teachers want you to do well, because no teacher wants any of his or her student to not do well. They always want to do well. I know there are times when they're strict. That means they want you to do well. It doesn't mean that she dislikes you or he dislikes you, the teacher. They want you to do well. They want you to perform. They want you to become the best student. At the end of the day, when you do well, they will feel that, oh, this boy, I have taught him. So that's the most important thing. You must always remember, because playing is only for a period of time. I can play 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. After that, you're just another human being. You must always remember that however big a player you may be, I mean, at the end of the day, you are a human being. I know you want to, when you compete on the ground, you compete like anybody, because you have to win, because you're playing to win. But off the field, when you meet people, when you talk to people, stay humble, be nice to people, because you want yourself to be remembered for not only as a good player, but as a player who's really humble, who really loves to talk to people, who really gives respect to the player. That is the most important thing. For me, I may have scored 10,000 runs or 12,000 runs, but at the end of the day, when I'm playing well, everybody will respect me. When you're playing well, everybody will respect you, or everybody run after you. But I think after you stop playing, even if you get that 50% of what you were when you were playing, I think you have achieved something in life. Otherwise, I don't think you have achieved. By scoring 10,000 runs, you don't achieve anything. If you achieve the respect you get when you're playing, if you can command that same respect after you stop playing, that's when you have achieved something. That's when you have done something. That's when you have been nice to people. That's why you have been respected by everybody. So I wish the school the very best, and I'm sure you all the boys would have really enjoyed playing here. I know the weather has been very erratic at this point of time. I know. I mean, we were lucky that India won the series. I mean, when that's the only day it didn't rain, but I think every day it's been raining. But I'm sure you have done really well, and I'd like to thank the people who really worked very hard to bring this tournament. To bring this tournament or give this tournament a lot of success. I think all your effort should not go waste, and I think today we are here celebrating the end of this tournament, and the principal, I think, is here. He's really worked very hard, day in and day out, and I think I would like to congratulate you and your whole staff. I'm sure you are sitting here, for holding such a good event, and I wish the school the very best, and hope and pray that the school is always number one at all times. Thank you very much, ladies.